Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today, obviously, I'm going to do this look right here. I reckon we can call it a spring kind of date night-ish type look. I wanted to play around with the Huda Beauty Nude palette because it is one of my favourites and I feel like I have not used it in forever. So just due to kind of the pinky purpley vibes, I'm really into this lid shade. So if you want to see how I got this look, then make sure to just keep watching. Hi guys, so I'm barefaced as you can see, and we have two little friends with us today. I just love it when that happens. Other than that, my skin's been so good recently, it's super annoying. So to prime our skin, I'm using a combination of these two. This is my favourite combination at the moment to prime. So it's the MAC Skin Base Visage face base type situation. I don't know, it's like a really nice hydrating primer, but also has kind of little tiny flecks of glitter in it, just to kind of give a nice glow to the skin. And then now I'm just popping on a little bit of my Fenty Profiltr primer. I love this for like longevity, and it's also quite hydrating considering it's like a long-lasting primer. So for foundation today, I'm gonna go with the OG. The OG. If you have been following me for a while, you know I absolutely adore this foundation. I'd probably say it's probably my all-time favourite. I always end up going back to it. It's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm in the shade 4, but I sometimes mix it with a darker shade depending on if I'm a little bit fake tanned or whatever, but this is my perfect shade right now. I'm just applying it with this IT Cosmetics brush. Oh my god, this dual-ended brush is literally my favourite thing ever for applying foundation, or even like a CC cream, BB cream, anything. It's so good. So I pop that down first with the brush, and then I just go over lightly with my Morphe sponge. The Morphe sponge is amazing. If you don't have the money to go and spend on a beauty blender, honestly, I think I actually prefer this one. I'm definitely going to buy like 100 more. It's so good. So I'm actually going to use this product from Nude Stix. This is the All Over Face Glow in the shade Brown Sugar Baby. I am actually obsessed with it. I'm using the same IT Cosmetics brush because it just blends cream bronzer so easily, and this is basically what this is. It's just a cream bronzer, but look what a beautiful kind of nice glow to the skin that it gives as well, because it's got like tiny little bits of shimmer, but it's more of like a glow from within type situation. Do you know what I mean? But I just really lightly pick it up like straight from the tube and then pop it on my face, and it just gives a really nice kind of nice bronzy glow, but nothing too intense, nothing too contoured. That's kind of what I was going for. And then for concealer, I'm just using my Fenty Profiltr concealer, but because this shade is slightly too dark, because I was an idiot and ordered it online in the wrong shade, lol, but I absolutely love the consistency, so I just mixed it with a bit of my Age Rewind in the neutralizer shade, so it's quite a light one, and as you can see, it then gives a really nice kind of brightening effect, but it's so full coverage, so a little bit does go a long way. You don't need to put as much on as I did, but the sponge, oh my god, I can't talk, the sponge does soak up a little bit of it. And then I'm just popping that in the other areas of my face where we want to kind of bring a bit of light. So just the centre of the chin, centre of the forehead, and a little bit down the bridge of my nose. Nothing too crazy, because we're going to go in and kind of contour the nose a little bit anyway with a bit of bronzing powder. And then next we're moving on to setting powder. This is life-changing, this powder. I'm not lying to you, it's pretty life-changing. This is the Fenty Profiltr setting powder. I know I'm on a bit of a Fenty kind of bandwagon at the moment, but it's really good. It literally is like a filter for your skin. I'm not even lying to you. It's so good. Go out and get it, and I promise you won't be disappointed. And it doesn't cake up or anything. It's just, oh, it's so good. So I'm just going and setting all of that with a brush, and I later on go in with a little bit of baking. But I want it to be more on the natural side today. And then I'm just taking this Rimmel bronzer. Let me get out my drawer so I actually know which one it is. Hold on. It's the Sun Shimmer Bronzer. So it has tiny little bits of shimmer, but nothing crazy. It doesn't look shimmery on the skin. And I'm just going over where we put that cream bronzer just to kind of just make it a bit more pigmented, lift it up a bit, make me look like a golden goddess that I really want to be. And then I'm taking my matte bronzer from Too Faced. This is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I don't want to put anything shimmery around my nose or anything like that, because I want it to actually look more like a shadow. And then I pop this right kind of in those cheekbones just to add a bit more definition. And then for my glow, I'm doing a mix of two things. So first I'm going in with my Rimmel London Illuminator drops. These are just in the original shade. These also are life-changing if you haven't tried them. They are so good. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I use my finger to blend it in because I think it gives the most natural finish. And then I put a tiny bit like just above my brow as well. Before we go in with the powder highlighter, I'm just taking the Profiltr setting powder and the flat side of the Morphe sponge. That's another reason why I love this sponge, and just baking a little bit. Oh, and now we're going in with the eyes first. Okay, so I'm going in with the Private Jet shade from my Melted eyeshadow from Huda Beauty. Oh, these are so good. You literally pop like 2 or 3 dots kind of on your eyeball in the crease, and then you blend it out with a fluffy brush. This is my favourite Iconic London fluffy brush from the Rose Gold collection. I literally use it in every tutorial, I swear. And this is literally as easy as it is. So you pop it on, you get your little blending brush, and you just blend little windscreen wiper motions, little circular motions, and just, you can literally watch right here how easy it is to blend out. Honestly, you could literally just do this all over your lid and you're done for the day. So if you're someone that doesn't have a lot of time to spare, it's so, so good. And then also taking another Huda Beauty product, I'm taking the Nude palette, which is one of my favourites. I feel like I haven't used it in forever. And I'm going to take the shade Tickle first, which is a nice pinky shade. It's quite similar actually to Private Jet, what we've got in the crease already. It's just going to kind of mattify and deepen it a little bit using the same brush. Again, little windscreen wiper motions, just really lightly blending into that Private Jet shade. And then, I'm just blending again, blending away. I think I also take a bit of Play, which is the nice light pink transition shade. And then next, I'm taking a little bit of Lace and Spanked, cute names. And I take a slightly smaller, more defined fluffy brush, and I focus that more in the outer corner and then blend it into the crease, as you can see right here. Using really light pressure, taking a little bit at a time. I do like to take my time with blending these kind of shades, but to be honest, they're really pigmented, but they're also actually really easy to blend, so it's not so bad. And then for the lid shade, I'm taking Daydream, which is a nice lilac shade. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with this. I haven't actually tried this one before, but I'm just using my finger to apply this. She always says with her shimmer shades, it's just the best way to apply it with your finger. And then, because I'm doing it nice and diffused anyway, that's totally fine. And then I just go back with the fluffy brush and just blend it all together. Literally obsessed. I take a little bit more of the Daydream shade and I pop that right in the inner corner, and it even gives like a different kind of shimmer. Do you see what I mean? Like, it almost looks like a different shade. I think because it has all the different reflex in it, it's just so, so pretty. And then taking a bit more Spanked, Lace and Tickle, I basically mix them all together and pop them on my lower lash line. And then taking a little fluffy pencil brush, I take a bit of Play and Lace as well, just to kind of blend out underneath. And then we are prepping our lashes. So I always curl them before, just because I think the lashes sit so much easier on top of your lashes once you curl them. I don't know, maybe it's just me. And then I always apply a bit of mascara, because I don't like to apply them after, because I always reuse my lashes, because my lashes are Lilly lashes and they're like 30 squids. So I'm sorry, I'm going to use them like multiple times. It's just, you need to. And then I'm just going to wipe away that bake using a little fluffy brush, because it's been sitting there for quite a while at this point. And then I'm going to pop on my lashes. These are Lilly lashes in the style Arika, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they are. I'm obsessed with this. It's the collaboration she did with Arika Sato. If you don't follow her, go and follow her. She's beautiful. So I'm just popping these on. They're super dramatic. They kind of remind me of the Mykonos lashes, but just slightly different. It's slightly more focused, I think, to the centre. But oh, they just look so good. And now moving on to powder highlight, finally. We're taking our Laura Geller Gilded Honey. This is my all-time favourite OG highlighter. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. Go and order it. It's on Cult Beauty. Honestly, and I've had this for what feels like years. It hasn't been years, because that's gross. But I've literally had it for ages, and it lasts forever. So, so good. Oh, it just looks like glass when it goes into your skin. Like, it's not glittery, but it's just got the right amount of shimmer. And then I'm taking my New Romance Mineralized Blush from MAC. This is a nice like pinky shade, and also has tiny little bits of shimmer in it as well. And I'm just using my Bobbi Brown sheer powder brush. That's the one. And then next we are going to move on to, what are we moving on to, Charlotte? What? Oh, lips. So I'm first taking, I think this is Soar lip liner from MAC, because we're going for a little pink situation here. So, I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm using a liquid lipstick, if I'm using a normal lipstick, if I'm not using any lipstick at all, I will always line my lips. This is like the one tip I can give to everyone. If you feel like lipstick doesn't, like before I used lip liner, I felt like I looked like a clown when I put lipstick on. I don't know what it was. I just felt like it didn't suit me, it didn't go on right, and then lip liner changed my life. So it also allows you to kind of overline your lips a little bit if you want to. like my bottom lip is quite a bit larger than my top lip, so I just kind of use the lip liner to balance it out a little bit more. And then for the actual lipstick today, I'm going in with a demi matte lip from Huda Beauty. Why can't I speak today? It's just too early in the morning. It's like 9:30 on a Sunday. What am I doing? And I'm going in with Game Changer, which is a really interesting shade actually. It's like, it's a kind of pinky red nude situation. Do you get what I mean? It's like a weird shade, but I really like it. It was a little bit darker than I thought, so I do go in a bit later and add a little bit of a lighter shade. But I really love her demi matte formula, so it doesn't dry down completely matte, but it's also not like a gloss. It's just very, very comfortable. It does transfer, obviously, so if that's something you don't like, just keep that in mind. But it's actually really long lasting and I really enjoy it. So good. I then actually take a little bit of Shimmering Sunset from the Huda Beauty Melted Shadows, and I popped that right in the centre. Just, I wanted to play around with it and see if I liked how it looked, and actually I do really like it, but I just wanted to lighten it a little bit more, to be honest. So I take a bit of the Naked liquid lipstick from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I pop that right in the centre and blend it out with my finger. If you have any lipstick that you want to lighten in the middle or create like a nice ombre effect, the Naked shade from Anastasia is always my go-to for this. It's so, so good, and actually it mattified the lipstick a little bit and I think made it even more long lasting, so it's a win-win all round. And then I'm just taking a little bit of my Tatcha Dewy Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, it's a bit of a tongue twister, to set my makeup, and then that is our look complete. So this is the final look, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this kind of, should we call it a springtime look? It's kind of like a springtime look. If you did like the video, make sure to hit that like button and come on, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. What are you doing for your life? And then apart from that, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.